May I see your list, please?
Yes. I should probably move my mouse so I can get it.
And what is today?
I did sing the ballet. It's Monday.
Okay,
forgot
so
to
you
check
didn't do Bach.
He said to.
Okay, so next week I want you to try to do it just for fun. Okay, just one time. Okay, so we got a text from Marcia that said she would like you to do book knocks. What are you doing with your hand?
I'm not doing.
Okay, so let's see some book knocks.
All right. I need to keep a book over here. Some sort.
Okay, well,
Can I go run and get one?
sure, run and get a book.
I know.
While I tap my foot to the music. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap. Marcia's watching this. I think you need to do chores for Marcia. Okay.
Got a book.
All right, tell me you're not going to do the book knock leaning over a table that's half your size. Certainly, oh, all right, that'll work.
Hey.
Oh, that works. Knock, knock. Who's there?
The cat.
Larry. Larry.
Say
who?
excellent.
Excellent. Book knock. Go again. That's it?
Yeah.
That's all you have to do?
Yeah. Done. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 triplet. 9 to 16 notes.
Okay. So now I want you to play your F on your piece with vibrato. Play me the first 3 notes so I know what you're playing.
The first 3 notes are F's.
Of the piece?
Yeah, it's done. It's.
Well, play me the first 6 notes then, Sean. Okay, now, what is the rule in music when you have 3 notes that are exactly the same?
You have to make all of them sound different.
That's right. So one way to try to figure that out is to just play it differently a few times and decide which way you like it. Another way is to sing it. Let me hear you sing the first couple of measures.
Like that. I kind of have a quiet, kind of mezzo forte one and then a piano voice.
Well, I didn't want you to sing it like you're playing the violin. I wanted you to just sing it. Sing it to me like I'm some 2-year-old doing, blocks. You better hurry up and sing it or I'm going to sing it. Go ahead. Ready? So is it ya da da? Is that how it goes? Okay.
Not that forceful.
Well, so yeah, but guess what? I want you to fill up the room when you sing and fill up the room when you play the violin. Let's hear it. Okay. And is there, okay, so I'm still not really understanding what the story is and what the feeling is. La da 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 da. Is that next note? What note is the next note? F F F.
It's this.
I know that. What is the name of it?
D C B. Flat.
It's F F F.
F F F D C B flat A.
Okay. F F F. Da 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 da. So the first three notes is a phrase, or are they connected? So sing it to me connected. Take a goddamn big deep breath and sing it without a big breath in the middle of it.
Oh gosh.
Oh no, well okay, you go ahead, take a breath. Okay, so how can you not have a breath on the violin? Play me the three Fs and then play me the, what was it? D. Okay. Can you be ready enough not to have a breath when you change directions? I want you to hide in between the two phrases. Ya da da, ah, da, da, da. Okay, see how quickly you can move into the next phrase without cheating the rhythm. Good. Okay. Now, I think that you're going to hate me, but I'd like you to bring me the two straws and give me your violin. Both straws.
The other one's way too short.
It doesn't matter.
Well, this is gonna go all the way in my F hole.
Okay, so now I want you to play in between those straws for just a minute or two so you can practice not being a potato peeler. And you can just play me as much as you want of the piece by memory. Okay? Good. So now I want you to play it for me again.
Should have washed my hands.
And see if you can get rid of that huffy sound.
That's
Okay.
from the straw, but okay.
It is not from the straw.
My bow's okay.
It's from your string not being flat on the string. It's from your the bow here not being flat. And from just try it again and watch.
it, and it's not letting me bow at all.
Okay, you can take it out.
I can keep it in. It's just not
No, go
letting
ahead,
me
take it out.
bow.
I just wanted you to think about not being a potato peeler, because your sound is really good when you stay in one spot, when you scribble. Play it again and pretend like you're scribbling. Pretend, and go ahead and look at the movie so Marcia can get the benefit. If she's going to sit here and watch it, she might as well. I can already see you. Good. The other thing it's like is cursive. When you write cursive, you never take your pencil off the paper. And when you bow, unless you're doing a retake or a reset, you never take your bow off. In fact, with cursive, if you stop writing and you use one of those old-fashioned pens, you leave a big blob there. Have you ever written cursive with an ink pen, a real ink pen? Like calligraphy, like Gretchen got for Christmas?
No.
Well, if you ever use one of those, if you stop your pen, there'll be a black mark.
Oh, because all the ink
That's
spews
right.
out.
And that's what you have to do on violin. You have to not stop your bow ever. Never. Okay, so let me hear something that you need to work on. What is something that you did not do this morning?
I haven't practiced this one.
Okay, that's pretty good. Can you do it with a crescendo for me? Do it a little slower so I can hear the crescendo. Okay. How can that be better than it is? Sounds pretty good to me, but how can it be better?
I can still crescendo early.
Let me. How many strings is it on?
3.
Let me see. Okay, so do it without fingers. Just do the strings. Okay, well, I think it could be smoother than that. Why do you keep hitting the straw?
Because my finger hits it when I'm at the
Why?
when I'm at the frog.
Oh, because you have to come off the string there? Oh, why don't you put the straw on the other side then? Isn't that what we did before?
Yeah. Like right there.
Sure. No, I mean, let me see. Well, I mean, you don't. No, I think it should be here. Also, it's kind of squished on this side. I think it should be.
But that's okay.
What?
That side's kind of ragged. But
Well, maybe these straws aren't so good. I guess they are okay.
they are.
Be better if it was flat. Okay. So you can actually lean on the straw if you want to with the wood. Okay. Let's hear that again.
Well, I personally. I kind of like doing that, but I can also do.
Well, what way does Eugene want you to do it?
I mean, I thought he lifted his bow, but I can rewatch the lesson.
He what?
I thought he lifted his bow. Like that.
Okay. Show me something else you could practice on this scene de ballet. Actually, can I hear the with the metronome? The one with the stupid Crowden one?
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that one.
Alright. Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't want you to use the music. I want you
Okay.
to turn on the metronome, close the music.
I can close it.
And when you play it, I actually would like you to have fun. Maybe stomp your foot while you're doing it. Or come over here and walk around while you play it.
Okay.
Can you hear it over there? You can just come over here and walk around. Okay?
And turn it on louder.
Okay, I want you to smile and walk around and act like you're a big shot. A big show off big shot. Like that stupid kid at YPCO.
Which?
Remember that guy? That used,
Audrey?
no, the guy that used to walk around playing arpeggios as fast as he could. Okay, so stand in the middle and be a big shot show off just for me. You don't have to do it for anybody else. And don't stop, for God's sakes. And actually smile and show everybody what a great virtuoso you are.
Okay.
Yippee! Woohoo! Woo!
I lost the
It's
metronome.
okay.
I lost the metronome.
It's because I was yelling, but that's what I want you to do. I want you to be able to play it no matter what I say. Just go! Good. So guess what? It's hard to be a show off, but you did a good job. Don't you think so?
I guess.
Really?
Not really.
Okay, do it again.
My hand got tired in the middle and I could barely
Okay.
keep going.
Right. So what does that tell you? You're trying too
I
hard.
tried to relax and it didn't help.
I know. And that's what happens when we are human beings and we try to relax. It never works. That's why I wanted you to stomp your foot. Okay? Did you see? I even had a hard time doing this the whole time. It's tiring. It really is. Okay? So, do you hear the music in your head?
Oh, I know what the notes sound like in my head.
Right. Can you go turn the metronome off? So you hear the notes in your head, but you don't hear music. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I don't hear a story. All I think about is like,
Well, then you need to think of it as a story. And you need to start playing it with some emphasis. Play some quiet parts and play some strong parts. Okay? So make the metronome a little bit slower, like one notch slower. And this time, when you play it through, you can look at the music. Well, yeah, you can look at the music. But I want you to make some crescendos and some tiptoey parts and try to build some momentum. Yada da 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 da. Okay? Try it. And I want you to think about being as light as you can. So when you play this piece, you know, your bow is what makes the music, okay? And your fingers just have to go like this. You know, I can tap my fingers as quickly as this piece is, and I don't play the violin. The trick to this piece is mental. It is a mental exercise. Your fingers can go that fast, but you don't think that you can do it. It's like when you go and watch a big fat tennis match of the two best players in the world. They are both capable of winning the match. The person who wins is the one with the mental toughness. And I'm trying to teach you that this piece is about mental toughness. It's about forgetting about the rest of the world and watching your bow and trusting that all your practice means that your fingers know what to do without you telling them. And you have to talk to your bow hand. You cannot think about your fingers. You have to think about the bow is playing the music. I think I'm right, but I'm not sure you can do it. You have to not think about your fingers and only watch your bow and make the music come out of your bow and go tiptoe, tiptoe. It has to come from here. And you have to trust me. Stop using your brain and use the music in your right hand. Your fingers know where to go. If they don't, you should slow it down, to a snail's pace and go ya da 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 da, your fingers already fucking know what to do. The music has to come from your bow. And you, when you play this piece, all you think about are your fingers in your left hand, and you never think about the music and the bow. And the trick to this piece is to learn it slow so your fingers are shown where to go, and then blast off with your bow and forget about your damn fingers. And in fact, that's what most pieces are all about, because the music from every stringed instrument comes from your bow. Your bow is what's making the music, unless you are plucking. So turn on the metronome and come over here and try it again. And you can play it a little bit slower if you want to, but it's not about how fast or slow. You already know how to play it fast. You're just not willing to forget about your fingers. That is your problem. Your fingers are getting tired because you're constantly working them. They don't need to be worked. They know what to do. Give them a chance. Leave them alone. Do you talk to your feet when you're walking? Do you look at your feet while you're walking? Not unless you're walking down a mountain where you might slip on the dirt. You trust your feet to know where the ground is, don't you? Well, you have to start trusting your fingers to know where the ground is on the violin. And pay attention to the music in your bow. Let's hear it. I don't care if you make a mistake. I want you to focus on your bow, just for the fun of it. You know, when you're doing vibrato exercises and you're learning where to go and positions and shifting, well, sure. But for this damn little exercise, get out of your head. And for God's sake, have some fun with it. Okay, so come over here, put it on. And only, just for once, and who cares if you make mistakes, only pay attention to your right arm and your bow and what sound you're making. And, you know, and try not to look at your fingers at all. And see if you can do it. Why not? Now, I want to tell you something. You can play it so much faster than this if you don't pay attention to what you're doing over there in the left hand. Do you hear? Your bow's like, come on, let's go. Can you feel that?
Yeah, I kind of. Instead of
You were
going
almost
back
going
to
too slow for your bow. Yeah, you stopped. You gave your fingers a break. Do you feel how light your fingers are when you don't give them when you don't make them do push-ups?
Yeah.
Did you feel that?
It's like I was doing push-ups with my fingertips before.
That's right. Okay, so you don't have to play it again. I just want you to understand that sometimes we get stuck thinking about our fingers. And when you're walking, even when you're running as fast as you can, you are not watching your feet. Now, when I walk, I have to watch my feet because I'm 60 and I could fall. But when I was your age, I didn't watch my feet when I walked. or when I ran, or when I jumped. And you shouldn't be watching your fingers. You need, you don't even have, on guitar, at least you have a place to look. On piano, you don't watch your fingers either. People look at the music and you follow with, you use your ears.
So it's like if I'm playing on a stage, kind of like right now, like if I had an audience, I wouldn't just be looking like this the whole time. I would be looking at the audience.
Well, no, I'm not talking about that.
No,
I'm talking about it's easy to focus on our left hand so much. And on piano, it's easy to focus on both hands. But really, it's better not to look because the music doesn't come out of your fingers on your left hand. The music comes out of your right hand. And that's where your attention needs to be. Because that's where the music is. Would you like to try it all the way through again?
Sure.
Or try something else and only focus like that little passage that you were just doing. Once you learn where your fingers have to go, stop watching them and watch your bow and make the music come out and trust that your fingers are going to land in the right place. And if they don't land in the right place, go back and practice it slowly and show them where to go and then watch your bow. That is the trick. Violin playing.
Should I turn on the metronome?
I don't know. What are you going to play me?
Huh?
What are you going to play?
I'm going to the Kreutzer again.
Okay, go ahead.
Key.
And as a matter of fact, when you're playing it with the music, you're not looking at your fingers anyway, but you're focused on your fingers. And that's why I want you, if you're going to look at the music, you still have to promise me that you're going to think only about your bow.
No, I'm saying I'm not going to look at the music.
Well, you can look at the music. Just don't think about your left hand and the intonation. Let it go. And
Okay.
only think about the music. And the music should come out on the bow stick. I can even play it with my left hand. Right? That's why if I went over there and I bowed it for you, your fingers would be free. It would be, have you ever had someone bow for you and your fingers become so light and free?
Yeah, like my hand.
Well, that's what you have to do for yourself. Okay.
Oh, I'm going way faster than the metronome.
Well, now you have to learn to go with the metronome, but you see my point?
Yeah.
So you started thinking about your fingers again.
No, because I was lost in the music.
Well, okay, but that's okay. But you see, if that part needs to be practiced slowly and carefully so you know what notes to play, then you've got your answer. But you can see that if you focus on the bow, you can even look at the music. You can feel, I can even hear that your fingers are lighter. Can you hear that? They're not like da 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 da. They're freer.
Yeah, before it was like I'm gonna focus on my fingers right now.
Yeah, they're
That's what they were like. They
they're
were so
it's
stiff
more-
because I was thinking about them. Oh no, I'm gonna mess up. Oh my gosh.
Right, you gotta let your fingers just do the walking.
Is that better?
Well, honey, you should know if it's better. Your fingers shouldn't be getting tired, and you should be looking at your stick, you know. And the stick, you should be thinking about the music, you know, kind of like, you know, wherever it is. Put your fingers on the bow stick
I
in your brain.
Well, what I do sometimes, I don't know why I do it, but if I have my violin down, I finger something with my left hand, like da la 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 la, on just a flat surface, and I do it the same with my right hand, and then maybe that can help so I can feel what it kind of feels like. Like that, maybe. I don't know.
Well, whatever you need to do, you just need to realize that this is where the music is. It's like this. It's here. This is where, and that's why people keep telling you to relax your shoulder, because this is where all the music comes from. Is, you know, like being a conductor.
And
You
I'm
know,
also,
if a
like-
conductor's conducting like this, it's going to be terrible.
And also, sometimes I think so much about my fingers that sometimes my arms are in sync, so both of them kind of get tense. So like I raise my shoulders, so if both of them are
Okay.
relaxed. I
What
can-
else can you do for like 5 or 6 minutes? Okay, can you do something else on this list that Marsha would like you to do, not like you to do in the morning? Like, what about, I don't know. What about page 2? Did you do page 2?
I've seen the ballet.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Why don't you start on page 2 and do 10 minutes and then be done?
Okay, can I use the bathroom before I do that? Okay, be right back. I will pause it. Okay. My mom said she thinks I did enough. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Okay, see you someday. Goodbye.